Well, good morning. It's Tuesday. Back to the old grind. Yeah. So anyway, lots going on over the weekend. Had heat spell that was really unheard of temperatures here in Ventura, and all over California, Southern California. Anyway, fires and typical four seasons of California. you know, it's sad but true. Fires, earthquakes, flood. Whatever. Downpour of rain, and it's considered our seasons. But thank goodness for air conditioning in restaurants and malls and so forth. Julianne and I did a video of us that I shared to Facebook. I didn't put it on YouTube because it's all done in sign language. So, I figured you guys wouldn't really get the full benefit of it. It was noisy in the restaurant, so you wouldn't have been able to hear me speaking anyway. That's the benefit of sign language. Yeah, we were trying to stay cool at our hangout at Wood Ranch. So anyway, thank God for that. And then we're getting 2 portable air conditioners coming hopefully soon, and looking forward to having those in the house just for days like that. And I would have gotten air conditioning in the house had it come with it. It does come with a sort of a flowing air conditioning system that goes under the mobile and around it, and but it's another $5,000 for that. So anyway, that's not good. But so that's going on. The other thing that's kind of concerning is over 80 earthquakes have hit Idaho. Trying to think of the name of the little town. But if you look on an earthquake app or whatever, you'll see 80 of them. It's about 120 miles southwest of Yellowstone, which is concerning because if Yellowstone ever goes off, that's the end of the United States and the world, economy and so forth, and plus all the fallout and everything from it, the aftermath. I'm saying, scientists who think they know, are talking 1,000 to 10,000 years. It could be 100 years. It could be tomorrow. Who knows? Because of man's free will, God won't interfere with our decisions that we have made, but I don't think he'll allow utter destruction unless he wants it to be that way. And then if so, then that's God's choice, Okay, so that's what's going on with that. And then another thing that's going on with California anyway is the fact that remember a while back I was talking about the gun laws, right? Well, a district judge has come out to say that large capacity magazines will be allowed in California, at least for now, because it can't go against the Constitution. So Yahoo's small victory. Then the other thing that's going on is that California right now the Democrats have a superior vote in that they have the majority. If they're able to pick off the stragglers who are not doing a good job and vote them out or recall them out of office, then they won't have that, and then that will also affect gun laws. We're taxed up the wazoo for gas. We pay the highest in gas prices. You guys are complaining cross country. Hello, we're paying well over $3 per gallon of gas here in California, and we've always paid the highest. Why that is, I don't know, but that's our Governor Brown. Moonbeam Governor Brown he's horrible. I mean, he's got to go. So this is his last, you know. And then we got to make sure that Gavin Newsom does not get voted in. So all you Republicans out there that might be listening to me, please do something and help California. We're working our hardest to try to keep things going and fighting for our rights here and trying to uphold the Constitution. So you ought to give us kudos for that. Anyway, what else is going on? And okay, and then of course we have Trump, who is talking about, you know, fire and fury against this, you know, Kim Jong-un, and why he's not being eliminated, or why they haven't put some general in, or, you know, you can bet that the military complex is already off on their war games, and they're they're ready to go. If he's mentioned fire and fury, that has to do with military language, using weapons that we don't know about, probably passed down by the fallen angels, technology, and that will wipe out all of their nuclear capability, all. You can't leave anything, you know, to chance. So, because he'd just start over again. That's the kind of fella he is. So, yeah, so that's going on. Great, huh? Anyway, I've just got to make a quick trip to the oven. But you guys like that. Okay. So, yeah, so that's what's going on in my neck of the woods, as they say. And we're in the Bible. We're in a new book, which is pretty cool. Just if I can get to it. Okay. Oh. And I read up to chapter 3 of Joel. So, very interesting what's going on with that. Again, remember to pray before you hear God's word so he could work in you and do a good work in you. And if I can see this, I can read it to you. It's a little bit dark this morning in some areas, which is nice because that means it's cool. So good for us. Okay. And this is chapter 3. It's talking about God's judgments against the enemies of his people, his blessing on the church. Okay, for behold, in those days and in that time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there that my people, for mine heritage, Israel, whom I have scattered among the nations and parted my land. They that have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, what have ye to do with me, O Tyre, and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will you render me recompense? And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. Because you have taken my silver, my gold, you have carried into your temples my godly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and children of Jerusalem have sold you into Grecians, the Greeks, and that ye may remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of their place, whether you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. I will sell you, your sons and your daughters, into the land of the children of Judah, and shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it. Proclaim ye among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, and let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, ye all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, because thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen around about. Put you in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and moon shall be darkened, the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord shall also roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. And the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. So shall you know that I am the Lord your God, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no stranger pass through here any more. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with the waters, and the fountains shall come forth of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Egypt shall be desolation, Edom shall be a desolate wilderness, the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed, for the Lord dwelleth in Zion. And that is the end reading of this book. There's only 3 chapters in it. Joel, okay? Now we're in the book of Amos. And in the book of Amos, I always try to do a little synopsis of it. Okay, so the writer, his name means burden, or the burden bearer. He's a citizen of Teoka in the tribe of Judah, a herdsman and a dresser of sycamore trees. His call was to attempt to silence him. Date prophesied during the reigns of Jeroboam in Israel and Uzziah in Judah. Simple but picturesque, the book abounds in striking metaphors. The straining of God's mercy by sinners compared to overloading of a wagon, the pleasure of duty upon a prophet compared to the roaring of a lion in his ears, the narrow escape of a remnant of Israel compared to a shepherd recovering 2 legs, or the piece of an ear from a lion. The scarcities of God's word compared to a famine in the natural world. Amos as a prophet was in many respects like Christ. In his occupation, a working man, his humility, knowledge of his lowly origin, in his method of teaching, illustrations, in his comma, divine inspiration, thus saith the Lord, occurs 40 times in his prophecy. He's also charged with treason, the pressure of duty which was upon him, denouncing his selfishness of the rich. So the synopsis is the impending judgments, threatening discourse, the call to Israel to seek God, a series of 5 visions, a vision of locust, fire, plumb line, basket of summer fruit, and a vision of smitten sanctuary. The visions interrupted, and then the prediction of the desperation and restoration of Israel. Okay, that's the book of Amos we're going to read. And I'll start that with the very next video that I'll do later on this morning. Okay, love you guys. Please be in prayer for each other. Pray for Thomas Tommy. His leg is hurting him again. So if you would keep him in your prayers continuously, I would appreciate that. And God bless you. Have a good night or a good day. Bye.